On today's episode, we're going to be sharing with you the things that we wish we knew before our first cruise. That's coming up.
We're Kelly and Jason, exploring the world one cruise ship at a time. Our goal is to give you the details that you need by capturing as much as we possibly can on camera, and hopefully bringing you some laughs along the way. Welcome to the Travel Scouts family.
All right, so the things we wish we knew before our first cruise, we're going to jump right into it. Kelly, go ahead and kick us off with number one.
Okay, the very first thing that I wish I would have known when we went on our first cruise is there are extra costs that are associated with the cruise. And probably one of the biggest ones is the gratuities. And if you aren't expecting that, you get to the end of the cruise, they give you your invoice. And we have a big family, so, you know, 6 people, you're looking at $600 that you weren't really planning for. There's all kinds of extra costs if you want photos, if you want to do specialty dining, port parking, all those things that we weren't really prepared for. I wish I would have had a better budget lined up before I sailed.
Yeah, we try to be very cost savvy, and Kelly is amazing with that. And so, you know, you want to make sure if you're planning a certain amount for your vacation and it ends up just blowing that budget, you're just like, it sort of makes you feel bad about the whole thing. So just definitely something to look into, and we got videos on that, so just definitely check out our channel if you're with us for the first time. Here's another thing we wish we would have known, and that is what is available through travel credit card rewards. Now, we're not trying to promote credit cards and that sort of thing. We're very much about being debt-free. But if you can pay off your credit cards each month, there are some good things out there where you get these bonuses for opening up and stuff like that. And we're about to go on 2 cruises here very soon, and using that along with another tip that Kelly's going to share at the end of this video, and a few other little things, we're going to do both these cruises for 0 cost, right? So we got some tips to share with that across other videos. But anyway, a lot of benefit with that, so wish we would have known it.
Yes, for sure. Another thing I wish I would have known is that you might not have access to your luggage after you get on the ship. It may be a couple hours before you have access to your luggage, and I wish I would have known that, because in my carry-on, I would have packed a swimming suit and maybe some personal hygiene things to freshen up a little bit. And
we actually have a video that we did, and a lot of people have found very helpful for them on what to have on your carry-on. So we'll link that up so you have that available. But since you brought up luggage, that brings me to another thing that comes to my mind about something I wish I would have known before the first cruise, and that is when you're showing up on that departure day and you're going to go park, whatever your parking situation is, go ahead and drop off your luggage at the terminal. You hand that off to the porters. It begins the process of working its way towards your room. But the key thing is, before you park, you get that out of the way. You're not trying to lug it around. You can pull up, drop it off. And then when you park, you got your carry-on, and you're chilling, got the shades on, relaxing, and you're just ready to start vacation mode. So definitely a big tip.
And it's fantastic if you have kids, because if you ever try lugging your luggage and kids and everything else, so much easier just to drop it all off. And
yeah, don't drop the kids off, right?
No.
Well, I guess you could and then park, but anyway, hey, that's a thought. All right, here's another thing, and that is I personally wish you would have known to just go ahead and get a passport. Now, I'm not saying you have to have a passport. You don't. If you're traveling to many locations, you can just have your state-issued ID, birth certificate, that sort of thing. But there's definitely some benefits to having a passport. So we ended up deciding to go ahead and get that for our kids before their first cruise. But we did so pretty late in the game, so we had to pay the expedite charges for the passport. So we would encourage just to go ahead and get it if you think you're going to be traveling internationally over the next 5 to 10 years, and just make that plunge, and it'll be very helpful.
Now this one is a very small tip, but to me, it's pretty important. I wish I would have known to bring a water bottle, a large water bottle, or, you know, some kind of insulated cup, because a lot of times you get on the ship and they give you these little bitty cups, you know, you can fill up with water or lemonade or whatever, and you're constantly running back to get more to drink. So it's really nice to be able to have something a little larger that you can fill up and kind of carry it with you as you go along the ship.
We always take a water bottle, and we actually have a cruise nice to haves list with some of the items that we just find very helpful. So that's linked below in the description too, so you can check out those items that we think are very useful as well. All right, another thing I wish that we had known before our very first cruise, and that is to take a picture of the shuttle bus from the parking service parking lot that you're at. Here's what happened. You know, we're arriving at the cruise terminal, we're getting off the little shuttle bus and stuff, and I'm sitting here thinking, I've got the little slip of paper, I'm gonna remember it's such and such name for the parking lot, and then you go away for 5 to 7 days. And then you're so sad, you're getting off the boat, You're done with your vacation. You have no clue where that little piece of paper is. You like slid it somewhere in your carry-on or something. And then we get out there and I'm thinking I'm going to recognize, oh, it's going to be familiar. But it's like park and cruise and park, cruise before you park, and park after you cruise. And there's like all kinds of stuff going on. And we got out there like, we're not sure who we was with. And so, simple tip. Take a picture of that shuttle. So even if you think, oh, I'll remember it, take a picture, right? It will help you. We're trying to save you pain.
Yes.
So anyway, wish I would have known that.
Okay, here's another tip. Go ahead and find the excursion that you want to do and go ahead and book it. Some of the excursions fill up fast, and so if it's something you really want to do, go ahead and book it. Also, like I know if you're going to Cozumel, Mr. Sancho's is a very popular beach resort, and a lot of people want to go there, but they have a cutoff. So once they sell a certain amount of tickets, nobody else is getting in. So book early.
And that brings me to the next thing I wish I would have known, and that is don't overplan. One area, just like Kelly just mentioned, you do want to plan your port activities, at least have a general idea of what you want to do, even if you're like, I'm just going to go aboard and shop. At least know that. But for the other aspects of the ship, here's what I found. If we've planned like everything, every minute of every day, you end up being so tired and so drained, you need a vacation from your vacation. So we found, this is just personal preference with us, that we like to have plenty of nap time, veg time, hang by the pool time. And, you know, it makes the cruise seem a little bit longer and you're able to enjoy the time together.
Yes.
And, be able to reflect and sort of get away and recharge during the vacation.
Yes.
So
nap time is key. That's a very important one.
every day during cruise, nap time.
Okay, next is one of my favorite tips, and that is using discounted gift cards when you're paying off your cruise. I wish I would have known about this from the very beginning. One of my very favorite websites to go to is raise.com, and you can almost always get 10% off of your Carnival cruise card.
And this is not a sponsored video either, so we're not sponsored by Raise, nothing like that, just something that we definitely use.
No, I use it all the time, and in fact, we're going to put a link below for you, so if you're not familiar with Raise, you can check it out, and if you click on that link and you purchase any gift card, you're going to get $5 in Raise cash for free.
Yeah, so the discounted gift cards is a huge thing, but if you're a first-time cruiser, we hope that this has been somewhat helpful for you. We've got tons more information, so be sure you subscribe and hit that bell, but thanks for joining us today.